I'm gonna bring your client in the room.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Could you state your name for the record?
Ernest Dominic.
Okay, Mr. Dominic, my name is Judge Williams, and I'm filling in for Judge Bryant today. Mr. Werblin's also in the room with us as well. Let me call your case. This is State of Michigan versus Ernest Dominic, case 20045300001. Sir, you are charged with one count of possession of controlled substance, Schedule 5. Sir, that is a misdemeanor, maximum penalty of 93 days in the Wayne County Jail, $500 fine. Sir, I'm going to enter a continue your not guilty plea. Mr. Werbling, sir, could you put your appearance on?
Yes, good morning, Judge. May it please this Honorable Court Attorney Ben Werbling, P64889 on behalf of Mr. Dominic.
Okay, Ms. Ritter.
So, Judge, good morning. Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Okay. How are we proceeding today? Today's final pretrial. We ready to go set a trial date? Is that what's going on, or we have an offer? Or?
Yeah, I wasn't aware if there was an offer on this one, Judge.
Are you asking me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that would be great, Judge.
Judge.
I'm a little confused. I'm sorry.
I think they want to break out Ms. Werbling and Mr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Werbling, Ms. Ritter, I'm going to put you in the breakout room. Mr. Werbling, do you want your client in this room, or do you want to? I can put him back in the waiting room as well.
It could just be me and Miss Ritter. That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Breakout room.
Already on the thought as well. You did pay that for your probation. You're gonna pay it.
Yeah.
Something like you have to consult back with probation so they can tell you how much you need to pay.
Mr. Dominic, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for a second.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Mr. Galloway back.
He's the that complainant.
Yeah. Mr. McCoy, my bad. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room.
Okay.
I think Mr. McCoy is. Where did Mr. Murad go? Oh, okay.
Did you send us by accident?
Hello.
Hi, Mr.
Sorry about that.
No, Mr. Galloway, how you doing?
I'm good.
Sir.
Other than a stroke.
Oh man, I'm sorry, sir. But your case was called already, and they get it. I understand.
I've been waiting on this Zoom all day since I turned it on.
I know there were some technical difficulties, and we couldn't bring you into the room when the case was called. So they adjourned the matter to March 26th.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to appear, Judge.
We got to get that on the record because I believe there was a request that he appear on that date.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Ritter.
Yes, Judge.
This is Mr. Galloway is in the room, who was a complaining witness on Mr. Thomas's case.
Yes.
And he's relayed to us that there were some technical difficulties. He's been waiting in the Zoom room this entire.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting since 8:30.
So what I was and what Ms. Stevenson suggested is that we waive Mr. Galloway's appearance for the next hearing date.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay. And Mr.
Mr.
Moran,
Galloway.
you were the defense attorney on this matter. I'm gonna waive his appearance, and you can let your client.
Judge,
Thank you.
aye.
1 second, Mr. Galloway.
Yes, sir.
So I gotta put this on the record. 1 second. State of Michigan versus DeAndre Thomas, case 200-456-2901. Mr. Thomas was given a adjourned pretrial date because we're trying to conduct this with the complaining witness presence, Mr. Galloway. Mr. Galloway indicated that he was on Zoom since 8:30. There have been representations to me that he in fact was on the Zoom channel earlier that day, just not at the time that we called the case. So I'm gonna waive Mr. Galloway's appearance for the next hearing date, which is March 26th. Okay, that matter is
Okay.
complete. Now what you got, Mr. Galloway?
From this case, all this started because this young
No,
man.
stop.
Mr. Galloway.
We're not gonna talk
Yeah.
about the case right now.
Okay.
Sir, I'm gonna direct your attention to Ms. Ritter at the prosecutor's office. If there's anything you'd like to tell her about the case, you're more than welcome.
Other than the stroke.
But I can't talk about it with you right now.
Yes, sir.
Because I might hear it later on. So
Yes, sir.
thank you
Mr.
for your
Galloway.
patience.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ms.
Yes,
Ritter.
ma'am.
Mr. Galloway,
you
do
doing?
have something to write with? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good
That's good. Do you have
so
something?
far.
Do you have something to write with so you can take down my office number?
Okay. Miss Ritter,
Yes.
can you take my number, ma'am? And the number I'm gonna give you, I can answer anytime.
Well, we're on YouTube Live, so I don't want you to give out your phone number. That's why I'm
Oh,
giving you
okay.
my office number.
All right, hold on. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
313
Yes, ma'am.
967
967. Yes, ma'am.
2860. And go ahead and leave your contact information on my voicemail. That way I'll have it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna call it now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So now what I do?
Have a good day.
Hey,
Thank you.
have a good one, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful day.
All right. We're back on the Dominic matter. Did you guys have a chance to chit chat?
We did, Judge. And my understanding is that we don't have an offer yet on this case. There may be some additional video as well. So we had agreed on, and Ms. Ritter can correct me if I'm wrong, with an adjourned final pretrial, if that works for the court.
Okay. Can we set it on the 26th?
That works for the defense.
All right, then let your client know. We'll see everybody on the 26th.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice weekend.
You too. I'm gonna bring guy back in.
Okay.
Mr. Dominic, your case got adjourned. Your attorney will provide you with the details, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I got McCoy and Mishaw.
McCoy, Your Honor, please.
Mr. McCoy, how you doing?
Good in yourself.
I'm doing well. Let me call your case, this time for real. State of Michigan versus Darwin McCoy, case 16057411701. Sir, you were charged with one count of possession or sale of a stolen or counterfeit insurance certificate. Sir, this matter is up for a review today. I'm just kind of reading the ROA. Was this matter refiled? It looks like at one point it was dismissed. Oh, at the exam, the felony charges were dismissed. Okay. How are we doing? You have appearances, please?
Joseph Thomas on behalf of the Probation Department, Your Honor.
Good.
Rod P. 665 on behalf of Mr. Darwin McCoy. Mr. McCoy, state your name for the record, sir.
Darwin McCoy.
All right. Mr. Thomas, sir, do you have an update for us?
I do, Your Honor. So just to update the court on this case, on September 13th, 2019, Judge King placed this defendant on a 12-month term of probation. They were to pay $1,160 to the court. I believe $400 of that is restitution owed on this matter. There was to be 24 hours completed on the work program, and they were to pay their tickets owed to the court. As of today, they have not made a payment on this case. It appears on November of last year, they were assessed a 20% penalty for late fees. So that brings their balance owed to $1,312 on this matter. Looking at the tickets owed, they currently owe $1,979 in tickets to the court. I also did check their criminal history. They did have a new case they were charged with in the 16th District Court after they were sentenced on this matter. That is for a similar charge of false pretenses, habitual offender, second offense. They actually have 6 warrants at other courts. I have out of the 16th district on that case, they're currently in warrant status. Out of the 56A district court in Charlotte, Michigan, they have a warrant for a fraud case for insufficient funds. 30th district court in Highland Park, they have a warrant for driving while license suspended. The 20th district court in Dearborn Heights, they have a warrant for fraud, issuing, selling domestic securities. The 47th district in Farmington Hills, they have a warrant for careless driving. And at the 36th district court, they have a warrant for driving while license not valid, failed to appear.
All right, Mr. McCoy. Let's see here. Okay. What's going on, Mr. McCoy?
So, Your Honor, if I may, I did have the opportunity to talk to Mr. McCoy in the breakout room and update him, go over some of the different conditions of his probation. Most of what Mr. Thomas said is correct, Your Honor. Me and Mr. McCoy had a diligent conversation on his outstanding requirements for probation. He was originally scheduled to complete the workforce program. However, since the COVID shutdown, that was since converted to community service. That we want to get Mr. McCoy started on. Now, when he wants to also find out who his probation officer is, Your Honor. The ROA reflected that Mr. Thomas was the probation officer, then it went to Ms. Miller-Metz, and then it went back to Mr. Thomas. Mr. McCoy wasn't necessarily 100% sure. I believe he maintained he was trying to get a hold of Ms. Miller-Metz, but because he thought that was his probation officer, I told Mr. McCoy in the breakout room that today we're going to get that absolute verification if your probation officer is Mr. Thomas, and if so, that Mr. McCoy is going to be calling Mr. Thomas at the conclusion of this hearing, Your Honor, so he can get his referral to community service and really get the ball rolling before his next review. I'd ask this court to allow Mr. McCoy to continue to remain on probation. I do believe he will come into compliance and start completing his terms. He also wants this court to know he recently just got his job back. So with respect to his costs and fines, Your Honor, he maintains that he should be able to start making payments on them soon. I would ask the court to keep all that in consideration and would respectfully request an adjourned review date.
Okay, when do you want to come back?
Oh, Your Honor, if I may, I would request that we set a review date for September 10th, 2021.
Oh,
That's
no. It was way too far. We got to make sure.
I don't see him getting done in 3 months on all
I
the
want to make
conditions.
sure that we have an understanding that we know who his probation officer is, what the plan is with community service and him getting started. I'm not even expecting him to be done anytime soon, but I got to know, and I think Judge Bryant would want to know right away what's going on so we don't wind up with another review date where nothing's happened after a year. So I'm looking at that March 26th date just to make sure that we're on the same page going forward. And at some point, Mr. Murad, you're gonna have to walk your client or to Judge Wagner to take care of his traffic tickets, or at least to get on to set something up with his cases there because he's got warrants out on him.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this review for March 26, 2020 at 8:30.
21, Judge.
I'm sorry, 21?
2021.
Okay, I got 2 more days before I can still make that mistake. I gotta get myself January.
All right.
So we'll see everybody on the 26th of March, 2021. Mr. McCoy, did you have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, good luck, sir. We just want to make sure that you get back on track so you can get done with us.
Yes, sir. During my probation, when I first started, I admit I did have a lot of warrants, and I've been talking to Judge Thomas before the COVID hit when we was seeing each other.
Yeah.
And I have been clearing a lot of my warrants. I just have a few more to clear, and a few of those aren't me, but I'm still, doing what I have to do to get them taken care of.
It's a process. We'll work with you if you work with us. As long as you're making progress, you're good in my eyes, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. That concludes the hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who's next? Mishaw?
Yes.
Be the last one.
I got a surprise. I got one more.
Okay.
Mr. Mishaw,
Yes, sir.
how you doing today?
I'm good.
Let me call your case. Give me one moment. My name is Judge Williams, and I'm filling in for Judge Bryant today. 1 second.
Okay.
Judge, this might not be on the docket. I can message you in the chat the case number on this matter.
That would be fantastic. That's an oldie but goodie.
Oh, yeah.
I lost it in the chat. 1 second. Okay, this is State of Michigan versus Michael Mishaw, case 12062545501. Mr. Mishaw is charged with 1 count of operating while intoxicated. High BAC. I'm going to remove the warrant in this matter, enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Mishaw's behalf. What do you need, a pretrial date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the 26th of March still work?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Mishaw, we just removed the warrant in this matter and set it on a pretrial. So, hopefully it can be resolved or come close to it on that day, or we can set it for a trial on that date, okay?
Yes, sir. I have one question.
Well, I want to remind you, you have the right to remain silent and things can be used against you in a court of law. If you want to ask your attorney, I can put you in a private breakout room.
That's fine. I I just I'm out of state, so I want to know how do I go to court? Is it the
It's
same
gonna
way?
be on Zoom. It's going to be on Zoom.
Yeah, right now we're just zooming. So,
And
you
Your
know,
Honor, if I may, can we request a bond condition for permission for Mr. Mishaw to be out of the state? He moved to Georgia years ago, Your Honor, and then he found out about this warrant, which he was never arraigned on, never capiased when he was at a job interview. So I'd ask the court to allow him at least to continue proceedings in his home in Georgia, at least until his next pretrial, where we can take that up with Judge Bryant.
well, I'm gonna enter a personal bond, $1,000 personal bond. And I guess a explicit condition is that Mr. Mishaw, well, sir, let me ask you this. Do you travel for work or anything? Or are you just in Georgia?
I work here. I've been living here since 2015.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because I'm gonna make you stay in Georgia while this is pending. But if you plan on going somewhere else, I'd like to know.
No, sir.
Okay, well then I just leave it at this: $1,000 personal bond. I'm not making any conditions, so you know,
Thank
go
you.
where you want. Just make sure you show up to court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, and just zoom back in like this on the 26th.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, is there anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
What further?
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I've got one more case. There was a someone in my courtroom that actually had a warrant out in this court. So I was just gonna remove the warrant and give him a pretrial date. I waived his presence. It's a what was that guy's name? Brazil.
Did you say Brazil with an F or Brazil?
Brazil with the B. Booker Brazil. I got a case number.
Okay.
It says Booker T. Brazil, case 10064-71401. And I am just going to remove the warrant, set this matter for a pretrial, March 26, 2021.
I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't have this printed out.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm done. So go ahead.
Booker Brazil, case 10064-71401. Removing the warrant, setting it for a pretrial before Judge Bryant on March 26th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And this will be for a arraignment on the warrant? Or are you?
Removing the warrant, just setting it for the pretrial.
Oh, just set it. Okay. So are you setting the bond?
1,000 personal.
Okay.
I think that's everybody.
Ms. Ritter, you had some failures to appear.
Oh.
George, I'm going to get these orders to Madam Clerk for you.
Christina.
I'm looking. I don't.
Failure to appear.
Check the chat. You check the chat.
The message.
Mm-hmm. So you got 8:35 on your docket and 9:35 on your docket.
Right, and those were capias, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
I missed Janet.
Okay, so we're it's kind of strange for counsel for defense to be like
right. That's why I'm confused. Like, huh?
So
Stevenson, I like this fire in you today. I want to see more of that.
JT, you just sit there with your mask on. Okay, all right. So but we were so early. So I think that Ms. Ritter is advising the court, Your Honor, that Ellsworth Johnson has failed to appear for a pretrial conference the second time, and Jasmine Tucker has failed to appear for a review.
Okay,
That's correct, Judge.
all right.
That's Jasmine Tucker and Johnson, right?
Jasmine Tucker and Johnson.
Yes.
Okay.
1 second here. Name.
All right, that's it.
Let me, I'm pulling up this calendar. I keep putting in the wrong date, the wrong P number. All right, this is State of Michigan versus Jasmine Tucker. Case 19044-15901. And State of Michigan versus, did we say Paige Martinez?
It's
No,
Ellsworth.
Ellsworth Johnson, I'm sorry. Calling State of Michigan versus Ellsworth Johnson, case 200-455-401. Just those two?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, and Tucker. Johnson and Tucker.
Defendants in these matters have failed to appear. Court will issue capias in both cases. Set bond at $1,000 person.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And for the record, Your Honor, that was Ellsworth Johnson and Jasmine Tucker.
Ellsworth Johnson and Jasmine Tucker, yes.
Okay.
All right. And I believe our Zoom time is over.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. You guys have a wonderful weekend. My work
Thank
here
you.
is done. I'll see you next year.
Come
Okay,
again.
Judge, I have the
Williams.
orders ready that you need to sign.
Okay, I'm gonna make a couple stops. I gotta go sign some stuff in traffic court, and then I'll be around.
Can you
Okay.
take us off the YouTube so I can talk with Madam Clerk, Your Honor?